They can say they are going to show up for you by 3 p.m. 3 p.m. would hit and there will be nowhere to be found. Life in itself is complicated or complex for a mere mortal like you and I to understand it and navigate through it smoothly. This alone is enough concern for us already to add more worries to the various mysteries around what the life really is. Today I'm going to be sharing some random tips that could help you stay afloat and even be a happier person, especially when it comes to relating with people we call our loved ones, people we associate with on a daily, people in our circle and all of that. My name is Abah, but you can call me King Kali. Welcome to my official YouTube channel. On this channel we have a good time talking about self-development, leadership, meditation, lifestyle and even more. If you're new here, please subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell notification so you get notified whenever I drop a content. Now let's jump into the discussion of today. What are these tips I be talking about that promises to help us stay calm and sane? Number one, live life with the consciousness that people don't owe you anything. I know this doesn't sound really nice to the ears, but then what if I insist that nobody owes you anything? Of course, we may have done a thing or two or even more for people around us, people in our corner, maybe our siblings, maybe our friends, maybe our associates, maybe our colleagues or acquaintances. We may have done a lot of things for them, and by such, we naturally get to feel like, oh, this person owes me this person owes me that. I did this for that person, I did this for that person, this person owes me loyalty. Slow down. This is where entitlement starts from. And you and I know that the feeling of entitlement is really not nice because human beings cannot be predicted. This is us talking about our happiness here. Fine. Does that mean that we too should feel like we owe nobody anything? Well, no. You shouldn't feel that way. You should feel like when people do things for you, you owe it to them to be grateful to them. You owe it to them to return the favors. But the flip is, we shouldn't feel that way when it is we who have done something worthwhile for people. This is so that you keep your sanity intact because human beings are so unreliable. If you try to live this way, you'll be more cheerful and happy than a regular person who feels the other way. Because when you're not expecting anything from anybody, you won't feel a certain way when that expectations are not met. So, even if the tables were to turn and a favor was supposed to be returned, it comes, it doesn't come, you're good. And if it does come, you will just have this feeling of gratitude, like you weren't expecting this and you got it. You will just feel warm in your heart and filled with gratitude. You'll feel blessed than having a feeling of it being a payment of a favor you had offered in the past. I honestly do hope that this is making sense to you. So live with the mentality that nobody owes you anything. If you get anything from anybody, it's fine, God did. Number two, be neutral around people. Until people do what they have said they are going to do, just stay neutral. In fact, when somebody tells you that, hey, I'm going to do this for you, hey, I'm going to do that, just take it that you didn't hear anything. In fact, don't believe them. You should still make arrangements to salvage the situation on ground should they not deliver or do as they have said. For example, let's say you're going to organize an event and Mr. A has said, okay, for your event, I'm going to take care of drinks. Hey, if you know what's good for you, still make arrangements of drinks for that event, just so you are not left stranded should Mr. A fail you. Hold people to their actions and not to their words. There is a common saying that talk is cheap. So when people say things, don't hold them by what they have said because that expectations may most likely crumble. Human beings are not reliable. Human beings. Just stay neutral whenever somebody has said something. It's fine if you're dealing with somebody that has integrity, but then even the person that has integrity can still fail. Circumstances can still happen to change what they have said. They can say they are going to show up for you by 3 p.m. and 3 p.m. would hit and there will be nowhere to be found. And it may not even be like they are not putting efforts to appear, but what if life happens? What if it rains? What if their car breaks down? What if? Just put so many what if around the situation of things whenever you get to deal with people. Number three, gift, but be careful of the gifts you accept. Gifting is a very beautiful thing. In fact, for a while now, I've been learning to be intentional about gifting. I've been trying my best to gift people around me, loved ones, associates, acquaintances, friends, siblings, and what have you. I've been trying my best to gift people because I feel it builds bonds, and then gifting goes a long way to show to people how valuable they are to you. But then again, your intentions when gifting people may be pure or genuine, but sometimes, because we can't always trust people, when people gift you, they have a wrong motive for doing that. The Bible says gift perverts judgment. There is a very thin line between gift and bribe. So while it's advisable that you gift as long as you're doing it genuinely, it's also good that you are careful about the kind of gift you receive. For example, as a lady, it's not all gifts you collect from men. There are some gifts that are not free. They come with a price tag. You don't want to put yourself in a position where, because of what you have collected as a gift, you get to lose your integrity, or you get to lose your stance or your uprightness. Some gift comes as bribe, so be very careful about the kind of gifts you collect. A man may be gifting you clothes, the latest phones, this, that, but someday he may come for something more valuable than those things he has been giving you. And by the time he comes for that thing, you would have lost the right to say no. Is it the right to say no? No, that's not the right word to use there. You would have lost the ability to say no. Take for example, this man you don't know from anywhere meets you, and on meeting you, he's been showering you with a whole lot. He's been paying your house rent, he's been providing food stuff, he's been taking care of your siblings, and then you get blinded by all of this as him being a nice person, him being so good to you, failing to be sensitive to the fact that this man may be coming for something else. One day, this man will come to the same house he has paid rent for and ask to sleep with you. It is your right to say no, but most likely you have lost the ability to say no, because when you think and look at the things that he has done for you, you only get to discover that all this while, this is what he's been trying to buy. And this illustration applies to not just women, it applies to everybody. Even as a man, there are certain form of gifts you should be careful about collecting. Generally, gift perverts judgment. You may be seeing someone in a certain light, but the minute they start gifting you items and you start collecting, your sense of judgment won't be as it was before the gift started rolling in. So give with good intentions, but be careful about the kind of gifts you collect. Be careful about the gifts. This video is becoming so long. Maybe we'll continue in another video. Click on this video YouTube is suggesting for you to watch, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't fail to stay subscribed. Goodbye.